Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us how you're feeling.
I don't even know. I can't put words to it. It's like I've dreamed of this moment for so long, and then I feel like my mind and body are just like not computing everything, especially with the chaotic morning I had with the change of opponents and stuff. So I think all of it has been, it's just crazy. Mostly I just feel full of gratitude, and I just want to go squeeze my family.
Yeah, when you turned to the side, like where all the press were sitting, it looked like you were saying something after the match, like in like.
I think I said I just won the Olympics. I don't know, gibberish just comes.
What can you go through the day and just the emotions of hearing what was going on and how you?
Oh my gosh! You know what? I was preparing for chaos, but that was not on my bingo card of chaos. You know what? I was up early. Had to get some weight off, not very much, just get a little sweat in this morning, and we just kind of, she wasn't at weigh-in, so there was kind of in my head like, oh my gosh, this might be a possibility. We get the news that she didn't make weight, and then it was just, is it a forfeit? Does somebody step in? We were under the impression that it was a forfeit, so there was a lot of celebrating. It was very strange. Oh my God, I just won the Olympics. And then like an hour later, it was like, psych, you did not win the Olympics. I'm like, oh, this is very weird. So there had to be like a reset. I mean, like family was calling. I'm getting text messages. So it was so weird. I had to just shift into this back into this focused mindset. And that's what we did. I took a nap, woke up, and I'm like, it was like a fever dream, like it never even happened.
What does it mean that the United States has won gold medals on consecutive days after winning 2 in like 20 years?
I know. I mean, it just speaks volumes to these women and our coaches and the people around us and investment in women's sports and all of that. And you know what? It's just a strong group of women, and you can see it in somebody like Amit Allure, who's just so young and so talented and so, sure in what she's doing, and it's super cool. And that just feeds everything. It feeds it to me, who's 10 years older than her. That's crazy, and then everywhere else. And so I think the environment is just really growing, and the belief is building and building.
Do you feel for Vinesh a little bit, given the situation? I mean, how tough is that? I mean, you fight the weight situation all the time. What crosses your mind when you see that happen to somebody? Yeah,
as a big weight cutter myself, I feel for her. Like she had an amazing day yesterday, did an insane feat, and I don't think she saw that happening. Ending her Olympics like that. So for sure, my heart goes out to her. I think she's an amazing competitor, an amazing wrestler in person, and it sucks. But also at the end of the day, this is definitely part of the job, and we all got to get it done, as shitty as it is. And I make sure my weight cut's in line. It's something I invest a lot of time in, and it obviously pays off in the end.
Sarah, you were at 55 when you started on the senior level. To go down to 50 and to perform there at a high level, what have you sacrificed to do that?
The weight cut has taken like a lot of deliberate education and discipline, and I actually started the weight cut for this games back at the end of 2022. I was like, everything I do from here on out is going to feed into 24. So it's going to be uncomfortable in 2023. I'm going to want to make changes. I'm going to want to do something more comfortable for the moment, but I have to stay strong so I can have a great cut in 24 Paris. And so happy to say I had the smoothest cut of my life for Paris 2024, and it paid off, but lots of sacrifices like that, a lot of planning ahead.
Have you ever had a final where,
last question for Sarah.
Have you ever had a tournament, an event where the final has had that change that you experienced this morning?
No, that was the craziest thing. I can't even believe it, honestly. The weirdest final I ever had, the power went out for like 30 minutes. We just stopped for like 30 minutes, and then we did the rest of the match. So this tops that. But yeah, that was definitely the most insane thing. I don't even know. Craziness. At a loss of words for once. Thank you, guys.
We'll come back through after the medal
Thank you.
What were the emotions out there just during the medal ceremony?
Oh, man.
You look like you're kind of like in disbelief. Is that
I am. It's so weird. It's so craziness. But you know what? Like, I've been on a lot of podiums, a lot of world podiums, and an Olympic podium before, and I've just never got the job done completely. So it just really hit me, like, seeing my flag the highest and hearing the anthem. It's like, geez, the amount of times I've stood to the left or right just like hurting so bad. And this time it was just like, no way, man. It's just crazy. It just his dream come true.
Were there times over the the past few years where you doubted whether you would ever get to that top step?
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God, like every day. I mean, I doubted it even, minutes before stepping on the mat. Like, nope, can't do it. Just kind of working with those thoughts. But yeah, the heartbreak I've had in the Worlds and Olympics and stuff like that. I lost in 2023. I remember turning to my coach being like, I can't do this again. Like, it hurts too much. I'm too afraid to step back out there. And, I'm proud of myself and the team around me who's just like allowed me to find this courage and belief to like, regardless of the results, have the courage to step out there and do it for the love of the sport and for myself and for my values and family. And I think that's what was kind of the secret sauce today.
Talk about the emotion, embracing Drew after the match.
Oh my God, Drew. I do not do this without him. Absolutely not. Not even close. Not even anywhere near. He has added so much to my training from a technical standpoint, but obviously just we're having fun, We're dancing our weight off. We're riding scooters a week before we wrestle in the Olympics. He just puts so much into perspective that I don't have to be so obsessed with this. It doesn't make me or anything like that. And every time I feel nervous or overwhelmed, I just look at him and he's just like, I love you, man. And I'm like, I love you. And it really just added everything to it. And I'm so glad we got to do it together.
When you woke up this morning, you mentioned you sweat off some pounds. Was that like dancing or?
Yes, I actually did dance the last bit of my weight off today, which is the best thing ever because there was a time where this weight cut was like, it took everything from me. There was no smiling, there was no speaking, and today I was singing and dancing, and it took 20 minutes, and I was like, wow, that was easy. And so this is the last time I'll wrestle 50 kilos, I would imagine, and it was nice to kind of go out that way, enjoying it.
What kind of dancing?
Oh, just a good little boogie, anything in there, just hops. My calves are actually sore from dancing, I think. I was like trying to figure out what the problem was. I'm like, I've been hop dancing for the last 48 hours.
Just put on like a favorite song or something? Or
Oh yeah, music vibes are always up. Everyone can attest to this. I'm always blasting. Oh, Taylor Swift all of the time. Yeah, I'm a hardcore Swiftie. That is playing all of the time. Taylor Swift, Chappell Roan, Noah Khan. Oh my gosh. All of it. Oh my, dude, food for the next 2 weeks are gonna just like out of this world. No one can trust my taste buds because I've been dieting pretty strict. So anything I taste is like, that's the best thing I've ever had in my life. Everyone's like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
What did Guzman do differently in the match today than the last time you faced her in Buenos Aires?
She wrestled a tight match. She was in close, keeping it very grippy, and I think in general, just like high stakes match like that, people get a little tight, myself included. I think I was pretty tight as well. So just kept things close, kept things kind of, near and close and tight. So, but just kind of working with it, I kind of had that in mind that was going to be the case going in. And so I wasn't too surprised. I wasn't going to get caught up on my stuff not converting or anything like that.
So you think she was kind of playing defensively to kind of hang around and avoid getting, run out?
Definitely could have been the game plan. I think I bring a lot of technical to the mat. I think also some speed, and so I think kind of slowing me down was probably, maybe their game plan. And, I was able to kind of get out, convert some points, and stay calm the rest of it, which is definitely the name of the game. So.
You mentioned earlier you were kind of taking us through your day and kind of the swings and emotions and different news. Can you like give a bit more detail on the timeline of that? Like, what time did you wake up? Like,
oh my gosh. Okay, so you win a big match. I'm like a non-sleeper, so I think I finally got to bed at about 1 a.m. I was able to come down. I probably woke up at 4 a.m. just to see where my weight's at, and weight was pretty good. I knew I didn't have to get a workout in right away, and when I finally did go work out, it was maybe around 6. And then weigh-ins were at 7:15, and that was when I was like, okay, she's not at weigh-ins. So that was kind of when everything started unfolding. And then I was walking to go get breakfast, and my phone's just going crazy. And I'm like, what is going on? I was getting phone calls from everybody. So we were just trying to figure it out. Eventually, I was just like, stop calling me. Come to me when you have like concrete information. And so yeah, then we were told, yes, 100%, you won, you're good, and we all celebrating, and then.
Yeah, who told you?
Multiple people. So I was getting it from like multiple sources. So I was like, okay, this must be real. And then, yeah, about maybe not even an hour later, I get a call and they're like, be ready. I'm like, okay, shoot. They're like, bring your shoes. My family's bringing over champagne meanwhile. I'm like, leave the champagne. We have not done this. So, you know, we just kind of refocused. Everybody, it was a lot for me. I'm sure it was a ton for my family as well, up and down emotions. And probably by about 10:30, we were like, yeah, we're wrestling tonight. Let's back on our plan like normal. And I think we adjusted well.
Do you think it would have been the same to celebrate a gold medal without winning a gold medal?
Oh yeah, no, it would have been weird. I'm so glad we got to wrestle. I am absolutely, look, I love wrestling. And it's funny, I actually talked about it with one of my sports psychologists, like, if sometimes when I get really nervous, I'm like, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to wrestle. And he's like, you know, you wouldn't want to win the medal if like everybody missed weight. We would set that as a scenario in our head to kind of be like, yeah, see, you want to go out there and wrestle. And then I'm like, holy cow, it actually happened. That's insane. And it was true. And you know what I mean? I love wrestling. I want to go out there and wrestle. I want to be with the crowd. I want to be with myself. And the emotions before you step on the mat are unlike anything. And just to get to experience that extreme emotion and feeling is like, that's why I do this.
What gets you to a gold medal? I mean, you've had past experiences. Is it the honesty of the effort? Is it just distracting yourself and not thinking about it too much? What is a gold medal? How do you get it?
You know, for me, I like that you said honesty. I think there is a lot of honesty. I like authenticity in it, and I needed it all to come from me, and I needed to do it my way, and I needed to trust my way, and that was what was missing. You know, I think you get a lot of external feedback, and then you kind of just buy into things, and then eventually you kind of start to find yourself, but it's hard to trust that. And I've slowly chipped away with it since Tokyo Olympics, and I absolutely embodied it today and yesterday.
Do you think that you'll be wrestling again in the next in Los Angeles?
Oh, I don't know. That's a long way away. I have so much food to eat between now and then. It's like I can't even decide.
That gold around your neck from the Living the Metal Dream Fund and the USOPC
I forgot about
payout.
that.
You just won $287,000. Do you know that you won that?
Well, it's crazy because I didn't think about that.
$287,000.
It passes out. That's life-changing, guys. That's crazy.
What are you gonna do with that kind of money?
Well, I have a very spoiled cat, so we'll start there. No. I have no idea. It's unfathomable, but I am so grateful that wrestling, has that. The Living the Dream Medal Fund Foundation is just obviously life-changing, and I cannot conceptualize that.
We talked earlier about the weight cut and making 50. Like you said, 23 was going to be painful. What was most painful about it, and what are the things that you've missed that you can't wait to be able to enjoy again?
So what was hard about 23 was I had to be comfortable maybe being heavier than I wanted to be because I wanted to take a longer time coming down versus like crash dieting to feel smaller earlier. And that's uncomfortable because you're like, ooh, that means I might have a bad weight cut for 2023 Final X, or I might have a bad weight cut for 2023 Worlds, or something. Not as ideal as I want, but I was determined not to crash diet as much as I could. Obviously I need to make weight still, but, so there's just long stretches of moments, or, the end of a 2023 season, it was right back into it, like just to get back into the diet. So yeah, it's been like a 1.5 year thing, and not getting so controlled by the scale and the number, a 1.5 year out, and being like, okay, maybe you weigh this, but we're setting ourselves up for, August in 2024. But I'm just excited to like not worry about it, like put a little milk in my coffee. It's cool. Salt the food a little extra more. Eggs instead of egg whites, like just normal things that like I just haven't been able, I have to be so dialed in. So just the laxness of it all, oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Really good at that chocolate muffin.
Yeah, isn't it cute?
Do one we asked for, and then we got to take it. This might be. Sorry, go ahead.
Just how much weight did you have to drop yesterday night?
Oh, actually, the last night was smooth. I got home and I was about 1.2 pounds over, so half a kilo. Woke up in the morning and just had 0.1 to go. Did a little jig and weighed in. So it was nice and smooth.
Sir, this might be, sorry, just one more, is that okay?
Go ahead.
This might be too much information because I know it can be a sensitive subject, but can you give us a bit of info on like what your diet entails in the lead up to something like that?
You know what? I love this question because I have such a strict diet in a sense. I've had to become really creative in the kitchen to enjoy the food. I'm not just going to do bland old food. So creating recipes with just what I have, but I feel like I did a really good job. I could make a killer cookbook. But, you know, I'm a veg head. I love veggies, you know, lean protein, carb, fat, just mix it up in a giant bowl, and that's what you got. But I think I got real creative in the kitchen. So look for the Sarah Hildebrandt cookbook coming soon towards you. Thanks, guys.